Hello and welcome back to my channel, Life of Lady Di. Like, subscribe, follow, and don't forget to turn on your notifications. Today we'll be making the most wonderful salad. So this is going to be a chickpea cucumber salad with asparagus, fresh parsley, and you're going to need a few other items. So this is your chickpeas, or you call them garbanzo beans, you know, just one can, a bunch of asparagus. We're going to use 2 English cucumbers, handful of fresh parsley, curly parsley. I like to use almond oil for this recipe, so a little almond oil because it's great for salads. It has a subtle flavor, it's not super strong. It's great if you want to use it in all kinds of cooking. You're also going to use, now this you may not have heard before, a Zataar spice blend, and that's going to give us a really great flavor. Some ground cumin, and your pink Himalayan sea salt. Let me get that in view. Let's see. There you go, pink Himalayan sea salt. Now we're going to brown. So first we're going to take our Zataar seasoning and our almond oil. We're going to put the oil and the Zataar seasoning in a bowl, and we're going to microwave that for about, it depends on how hot your microwave gets, but I'm going to heat up my oil for about 30 seconds. All right, so in our bowl, we're going to go ahead and add the almond oil. So for the amount of salad I'm going to make, I'd say about that much. That looks like about a 1/4 cup of oil. And then you're going to also add about a couple tablespoons of your Zataar spice blend. There's no salt in it, so you know, taste it, you'll see what I mean. But we want to heat this up so that way this oil, the spice blend, can infuse the oil and you can really get that flavor we're looking for. If you have it raw, you're not really going to taste what you need to taste. So about 3 good tablespoons. I add that amount because I really love the way it tastes. This is the Zataar spice blend. If you're not a fan of it, you don't have to use it. We're going to mix that up. And that should be good enough. And we're going to put this in the microwave for 30 seconds to a minute. All right, so now we're going to open our chickpeas, garbanzo beans. We're going to strain that liquid that's in the can, and we're going to rinse these beans off. All right, so let's go ahead and put our veggies in the water so they can get nice and clean. Get off of it. Parsley goes in there too. All right. And those aren't going to be in there for too long. That water that I have the veggies sitting in, it's vinegar and water. So we can make sure we disinfect, quote unquote. Guess you can't disinfect, but to properly clean your veggies. All right, so that Zataar blend and oil mix right here, it was in the microwave for about a minute. Stir it up, and we're letting it sit so that way all those yummy delicious spices can infuse. All right, I washed my chickpeas. We're going to add it to the bowl, and we're going to move on to cutting up our veggies. Okay, so now we're going to cut up our veggies. And so we're going to start with our beautiful asparagus. And we don't need them cut up big at all. Remember, this is a salad, and so we're not going to cut and use any of this part, the stalk of it, but we're going to use the top portion, okay? So let's go ahead and cut that up. If you've never had raw asparagus, you're actually going to really enjoy it in the salad. And again, we're not looking for small pieces. anything super big, but pretty bite-sized pieces. The stalks I like to leave, you know, like a nice size. Then everything else gets cut smaller. So let's finish cutting all that up. Once you have your asparagus cut, go ahead and add them to the bowl that also has your chickpeas. Then we're going to prepare our English cucumbers. So you want to take it out the packet, take them out, and wash them. All right, now to prepare an English cucumber, don't let the size intimidate you. You can always cut it down so it's more easily manageable. We're going to use a small knife, actually, so you're going to cut off the ends. Like that. And you're going to go straight down. But like I said, if it's too big for you to do that, just cut it in half first, which is what I'm going to do. I love English cucumbers, and then slice it down the middle. The reason why I chose English cucumbers for this recipe is because, because the seeds. There's not much seeds in there, and they're not as big as regular cucumbers, as you can see. So you can choose to leave the seeds, or you can choose to take them out. Either way, it's up to you. And then we're going to cut it down the middle again, just like that. Okay? So that's how we're going to cut all of our cucumbers. Now, it's up to you to take out the seeds or leave the seeds. I'm actually going to remove the seeds. You can use a spoon for this before you cut it into fourths. Cut it in half, the English cucumber. You just take a spoon if you don't want to do it with a knife, and you just hold it like this, and you just scoop. Oh, you can't see it. Scoop it out just like that with your spoon. Very, very simple. And the thing is, there's not too many seeds. The seeds are so tiny, so it makes it super easy to do. The cucumbers into quarters, and then you're going to see that you're going to cut them into chunks just like this. Not super tiny. And then you're going to add that to the other veggies. All right, so now we're going to cut our curly parsley. Cut off the stems. We don't need that. Really just want the curly bits at the top. All right, so the best way I learned to cut fresh herbs is you're going to take it, you're going to roll it up nice and tight. Okay, and then I like to actually bring it back like this, especially if it's a big bunch. You're going to hold it nice and tight, and you're going to just cut your parsley, and then hold, move back. Make sure you watch your fingers. That's all cut up. I love the taste of parsley, whereas I hate the taste of cilantro. All right, so we're going to take our freshly chopped parsley. We're going to take all that, and remember, it's already washed, and we're going to add it to all of our veggies that we have prepared. And now we're going to get the spice mix together. Okay, to our spice mix, remember it was the Zataar dry spice blend. Okay, try to get that in there. And almond oil, we microwaved it for a minute, and then we've been letting it steep so it can really infuse that oil with all those delicious mixture of spices. If you want to know what's in the Zataar spice blend, let me see. It has sumac, spices, salt, sesame seeds, so all the good, really delicious things. So first we're going to go ahead and add our cumin. This is ground cumin. It's let me back this up so you can see. Ground cumin. We're not going to add a lot, just a little bit, because cumin can be very overpowering. So I would say for the amount of salad that we're making, about a teaspoon. If you like the taste of cumin, yeah, add more. Let me actually open the other side, hopefully. I don't just dump too much in there. So about like that, like I shouldn't have. It'll be fine. It's fine. Anyway, and now we're also going to add some lemon juice. I have mine in a bottle. Let me show you because I like the easy life. Let me move this out of the way. I'm trying to real lemon juice, 100%. But you can use fresh lemon which would actually be better. But this is what I have because my daughter loves making lemon juice. So she used it also about a tablespoon of the lemon juice. That's going to help keep everything nice and bright and tasty. And then we're going to add about a teaspoon of our pink Himalayan sea salt. Just round that in there. And we're going to start with a teaspoon because you can always add, but once that salt is in there, good luck trying to take it away because it's just not going to happen. So let's mix that up really good until it's well incorporated. That looks good. I'm going to take a spoon so I can taste it. Get a little spoon and just see if it's to my liking, if I need to add anything extra. So let me just taste a little bit of it. It tastes good. It definitely needs more salt, so I'm going to add more salt. So that was a teaspoon. Now I'm at 2 good teaspoons. Mix it really well. Taste it again. You want it to have good flavor. Tastes good. Delicious. Let's add a little garlic powder. I love garlic, so I'm going to add about about a tablespoon of garlic because why not? Mix that up really well. Make sure it's good and incorporated. Give it a taste. Let me tell you something. Something about when you add garlic to food, Lord have mercy. So delicious. The lemon juice in there is giving the right amount of zestiness. I actually want to add just a little bit more lemon juice because I don't want too much, about half a tablespoon more because I love the flavor that it's giving. So delicious. Mix that up really well. And so this is what cooking's about. Adding a little bit here, a little bit there. Not trying to add all the spices at once, especially if you're new to cooking or you're just learning how to make certain dishes. You know, unless you have the accurate measurements, take it easy. Go a little bit at a time until it tastes just right for you. So I'm gonna taste it again. That lemon juice did exactly what it needed to do. I'm going to add a little bit more pink Himalayan sea salt. About another teaspoon, because I do have a big salad that I need to flavor. Mix that up really well. If you want to add cracked black pepper, you know, definitely do that. But I figured I'd leave it out today. Mixed up really good. Let's taste that one more time. We should be exactly where we need to be. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Right amount of salt, right amount of lemon juice, perfect amount of za'atar and cumin flavor, right amount of garlic. That is delicious. So now let's go ahead and go to our veggies that we cut up. And I'm going to use the same spoon that I used to make the seasoning. And I want to mix everything up first before I add my seasoning. So as you can see, you have the chickpeas, the cucumbers, the parsley. Oh my God, look at that. The asparagus. Mix that up really, really well. And I like to mix all my veggies up really well first before I add my seasoning, so that way everything is nice and coated. All right, give my seasoning blend a quick mix, and I'm going to go ahead and pour it into our veggie bowl. And now we're going to mix this thoroughly. Mix it really, really well. So you want all these delicious spices, all this hard work of your chopping, and you want it to be all well seasoned. So this is a great dish you can make ahead of time. It stays in the refrigerator really well, although I don't think it's going to last that long. Because once you taste this, you're going to be like, oh, this is such a great salad. Where was the salad all my life? But this will last for about a week in the refrigerator, where it keeps its crunch and everything. And it just, look at how delicious and beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Doesn't that look absolutely amazing? Just want you guys to really see how delicious these are. Make sure to taste it and see if you want to add any more like salt, because everyone has their preferences. Just because I don't like things salty doesn't mean that you don't, although you should be mindful of your sodium intake. Okay. If you want to add more garlic powder, if you even want to add more cumin or something like that, by all means do it, because this is for you. So when portioning out my food for my meal prep, especially for like my little salads, basically snacks for me, right? I like to portion them out in these Ziploc sandwich bags, and about a scoop or two will go in there, and it's easy storage. I can just take it with me. You can have however much you want you can put in it, in each Ziploc bag. But I love doing it this way because guess what? Boom, I have it there. It can easily be stored in the refrigerator. It doesn't take up a bunch of space. And when I'm done, I could throw it away. Because if I don't have to do dishes, yeah, let's not.